tabletop is it's a nice move. I love it, and you also have to choose a very vertical ramp.
I think you don't want to be super powered. You want to be planing. I think if you have good speed, that's about enough. And then still, I do not like trying them over flat ramps. I prefer a little steeper.
And then you have to put your hands really close together, close to the harness lines. So the more you put your hands together, the more you can tweak your body to the side.
Just go up and put your back leg as far back as possible. I don't know, make it flat, man. You're trying to make a table.
Tabletop, get the steep ramp and try to gain some height before you twist.
For tabletop, I don't do tabletops.
One tip for tabletop here in Portugal, as you know, we can do ninja kicks. So one tip to kick the board as much as possible is to go a little bit upwind once you jump. So you are able to tweak the board as much as possible. Otherwise, you get to do a donkey tabletop, you know.
No, really, yeah, I don't really do them.
Try and kick your back leg really high.
Yeah, really kick your legs up. Don't go. Commit to the tabletop to actually make it a tabletop and not a donkey kick. So
try to hit really hard with the back foot and bend your front knee, so it goes really tweak on the board. And then for the landing, good luck.
It's a jump where you get all your weight on the sail and just lift the board up, twist your body, stretch the back leg, and yeah, the key is to come down not 100% flat. Land your jump nicely on the tail to not snap your board in the first couple of tries.
The first attempt is always like pushing up, like just twisting your legs, pushing up, and like just push it with your back leg, like as hard as you can, and try to keep your sail as horizontal as possible.
And once you want to get the board back, you have to again make a movement of the hips to get the board around, and then just make sure that you land with your ass.
Actually, I haven't done a tabletop for ages. It's actually what was one I love to do, the eagle wings. I never could do the tabletop. I always had to let go one hand.
Tip for the tabletop is to think of crossing your legs. Instead of thinking about getting the board up, think about crossing your front leg over your back leg, and that's actually the right movement to get the tweak.
Don't hang there for too long unless you're super high, and bring your legs back. Slide your backhand back again, and same thing, pull your backhand in so it goes a little bit more upright, and then you good for landing.
The thing if I want to do radical tabletop, I just try to put my leg on the mast, and it's my just small thing to going to be really vertical.
The tabletop, for me, it's to tweak to get as much height as again, but to tweak the board as much as you can to make a perfect tabletop.
Tabletop. Oof. Tabletop. Well, for starters, I have to have the wind blowing the other direction to even think about it. I think for me, like the key thing is to kind of pull myself into the boom first. If you just kick your legs out, you tend to do more of like a donkey kick, whereas if you kind of pull yourself into the boom and then extend, you can get a bit more tweak. But Alfie Hart's the real legend of the tabletop, so better ask him. Jump, but when you get out of the wave, don't really rush too much, and think of it like you gotta first push the tail away from you before you really tweak it.
Start with a donkey kick, which is not like a tabletop, but it's almost a tabletop, and yeah, like this you can always push yourself step by step.
Twist your body around and get your legs over, and then try and really exaggerate it, and even like look down with your head, and then they kind of land themselves because you kind of work out on your own where you are in the air, and you normally end up landing them even if you think that you've waited too long. So
the tabletop, and that one, God, I can't remember how to do that. I reckon for a tabletop, the one thing is like bringing your hips close around, isn't it? Do you do that? Don't know.
The tabletop. Remember when you learned the tabletop?
I can't do any more the tabletop. I can only do one hand. No, I can do tabletop forward, but never normal tabletop.
Okay, so we found Philip Costa's kryptonite. Weak point. You can't do tabletop.
Fucking mini jaws, lovely.
Not to have your hands wide apart either, close together, bring them close together, you can turn around a lot more. That recovered that.
Tabletop. I'm going to probably have a slightly different approach on this because I'm sure other people have said stuff. But with a tabletop, the angle that you take off the wave off has a big impact on how the tabletop's going to be. So if you find that you're doing tabletops and the top of the mast is hitting the water and the board's kind of vertically up, generally because you're taking off too far upwind. Same goes if you're trying to do your tabletop but maybe you're blowing up on landing, often it's because you're too far off the wind. So the top guys are taken off probably quite far off the wind, just below beam reach. And that way it allows you to really get your body up into the boom and extend and get that proper like ninja kick tweak.
There we go, the tabletop. We got to bring that back, haven't we? We've got to bring it back. It is such an iconic move and an iconic picture. You know, the pictures in the magazine, the silhouette of that massive tweaked out tabletop. It's surprising how many pros do not do this move or are so rusty because they haven't done it for so long that they're like, oh, I don't know about that. It was actually one of the first moves I learnt on a waveboard, and I definitely suggest, as you are trying to do the big five, this has got to be one of the first ones you try. There's some good tips in there as well, you know, putting your hands a little bit together. Also, long legs help. I can tell you, you're cheating if you've got long legs. Alfie, you know it, mate. You know it. So there we go. We're coming up to the big five. We've nearly done all the top tips from the pros. The floaty jump is left. And stay tuned to the channel. Send It Academy. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe, because we're going to do a lot more on the channel in the coming months. Stay safe and hope you're on the water soon. And if you are, you can put these tips into practice.